What's up, YouTube world? Took a little bit of sabbatical there, and I'm back. So, bet you're all glad I'm back. Happy to be back making content. So, without further ado, all those cards in like the 2 days I didn't make a video. So, you know what? I think it's time to show them off. And look, on the TV, I am supporting a friend and fellow collector. Not just a friend from YouTube. A friend in real life. It's amazing. You can make them. If you so choose. So, now we'll get started. Got the old hat here for, I was outside. A metal roof isn't wonders in these conditions. It's great when you heat it up. Because when the snow falls off, it's just bad where the snow lands. One side's the driveway. One is the front door area. So when this little delight needs to take a dump, it sucks because the door catches on the ice buildup or the snow that's fallen. So you've got it coming down. The roof is like this. So this way, where the window is, it comes down at an angle to the right. But there's a little roof separating both places, and that's going towards the window. So it's out that way and back towards me, my voice, this way. So you got two different angles of the dangle. So I'm out there doing that. Took a break. JT was on with his Triple Crown 24. Was on with a couple of Maguire collectors, Titanic Taters, and Oakland A's 915, both Eric's. So I watched that for a bit. Probably watch my good friend Scat tonight. Not really digging who's hosting, but you know, there are times you gotta support your friend, no matter what friends they choose. I'm always down for supporting friends, unless it's blind fate. That's all I can say about things of that nature. So without further ado, generosity is spread. Let's go through some cards, I guess. Jason, zombie, still alive. I run a little kick at this guy. And I hadn't seen this card before, not that I really looked. Sort of shocked that the license or the name on the front isn't there in the hat in the back. It's an Ichiro rookie year, 2001. Topps Nestle. Give you a shot in the bottom, 2001. Odd though, it's an MLB licensed and Player Association licensed card. So, found that odd. Very odd. Save this for a little bit later. Some interesting cards here. Jordan Clarkson patch to 25. Nice patch there. He's a solid player. Game worn, of course. That's what we like to see. An Iverson, I think a rookie year subset. Devontae Graham purple, not numbered Prism rated rookie. He's been absolutely a find this year for the Hornets. If you don't follow basketball at all, which I know a lot of you don't, that's fine. He's in the three-point shooting competition, and he's averaged probably got to be close to 20 points a game. And then he's hitting about 8 to 9 assists. I think he's getting a chunk of rebounds. I mean, he's being a complete player. He's been a complete player the whole year and sort of helped them, I won't say stay afloat, because that fucking Eastern Conference, Western Conference, that bottom of the playoff race is a bunch of teams under 500. But he's helped the Hornets stay relevant, and that's all you can do for that team. They've been dreadful for years now. What do I want to show next? See all the other friends up here, and maybe some of this stuff over here. Keep Denny interested. In a moment here. This case is all scuffed to shit. Gotta get it out. It sort of looks like a Sportflex case. A second-year Aussie. Vintage. Well, maybe not. Nice quad patch here of Greg Holland, Trevor Rosenthal, Craig Kimbrell, and Fernando Rodney to 25. All nice multicolor relics there. Game 7, Jean Bellevue, Bobby Rousseau, Stan Mikita, Bobby Hull, Yvonne Cognard, Henry Rashad, and Glenn Hall to 25. I missed a few other. The guy went stepping away from cards for a while and auctioned, I think, most of his stuff off, and I missed 2 or 3 that I really wanted out of this stuff. Reggie Leach, Bill Barber, and then Bobby Clark for the Flyers, Martin St. Louis, Steven Stamkos, and Vinny Lecavalier for the Tampa Bay Ning Dynasty. Phil Esposito, Vic Hadfield, Ken Dryden, cool goalie piece there. Jean Rattel, Bobby Hall, and Tony Esposito. It's number 3 of 4. That Dryden piece I like a lot on the top right. No, I'll go basketball. Then I'll go one more hockey. Second time I've got this card. It's like $3, $4. He's starting to come around a little bit more in Phoenix. I wish he'd get a little more playing time. Out of 49, rookie year auto jersey, Mikhail Bridges from Villanova. A nice 3-4 color patch, number 2 of 4. Sticker all perfectly on there. New GM of the Minnesota Wild as of this past summer. Doing a little tearing down. Hope they don't trade Dumba, but if they can get a big haul for him, I don't blame them. Zucker's gone. Oh, they just traded. Did they trade somebody else? I think they're trying to trade Koivu, and he said, no, I'm not enabling my rights or whatever. I'm not, my no trade clause, I'm saying I still don't want to get traded. So it sucks, but it's his choice. He's earned it. But a Bill Guerin patch out of the 4. The Dallas Stars logo there. Little off center north to south. I have to give it a better look, but a mellow rookie out of Tops. Can never pass those up for, I think it was like $5. This was cheap. Got a Panini Prism 2015-16 basketball. One of the best guys you've probably never heard of, Montrezl Harrell. Went over, I'm trying to think what trade it was to the Clippers. But a nice Flash Prism rookie. 07 Fleer Ultra, so it's Ultra because Upper Deck by this time had it. Fleer was up already, tits up. Dual patch, two color. Again, I'm a sucker for these, especially of a player that had a fairly good career. Most of you folks don't remember Miguel Tejada being in the same breath when people are having conversations about the best shortstop in the league as Jeter, A-Rod, and Noma. Did it pan out that way? No. But you know what? He wasn't a shitbag player. He had a fairly solid little career. Out of Immaculate, 2016. Farrell Cooper, the Ram horn there from the patch or the jersey. Another cheapie. This was under 10, which for Flawless. I always look at the box prices. And again, if you can get somebody that's a fairly adequate player and not break the bank for a 10 spot. I like Matt Forte a lot. I always have. I was a second owner of his Press Pass solo card. I think his first one-on-one. I bought it from somebody for I think $35 and then flipped it after the draft for I think like $110. So that was one where it was a very short term where I was hoping he'd go like the Chargers or somewhere else. But he didn't. Bears took him, and like the Bears have a fucking fan base. I saw what the Cards did. I flipped it and made a little cash the rare time. Out of Select 16, the purple die cut Zeke rookie. Number to 75. No numbering on this friend, but 2015-16 Select, the Prism or the Silver as the kids call them. Cat rookie. Got both those for like under 12. Again, I'm not sure if that's a great deal, but in this odd market, it seems to be a decent deal. Next, how many here? I think all the next cards are from Probstein. This was cheap. The only reason I got it, I know how hard these are to find. Latimer's had a pretty pedestrian few games in the NFL over the past, 4 years, I think. 5. I don't know if they'll stick around much longer, but anytime you can get one of these for about $5. If I saw it at a show for $5, that's how I sort of go about my logic. You see this at a show for $5 and you're more than willing to plunk that down on eBay, you should probably do the same. Because at a show you probably won't find it. So, and that's like the first off the line green foil, number to 14. Get that number in there. 2 McHales I wanted. I got one. The lesser of the ones, it's still game used out of 14-15 Immaculate. 32. He's from nearby Hibbing, Minnesota. Disappointing on this one, just the fingernail flips on here, which card's still beautiful. Again, something you don't see at all. Nice 3-color Hall of Fame patch or 2007 Leaf Limited. Len Dawson. But if you take a peek, the bottom under Game Worn Prime, there's a little better under the worn, and then under the game on this side. You can see those, and then on the back. Let's see if I can remove it from its sleeve. See that there. A little fingernail on the career part. So I wish, again, it was mandatory. I saw the front after the fact, so I blame myself on that. I will not blame Probstein on that, as clearly shown in said picture. But when you don't have, and again, I don't believe it costs more for 2 pictures. Have a front and a back of every card. It's simple. Your return rate would go down. People know, have people that actually know about cards, listing cards. Say would not grade well. There's wear on the card. That's fine. I like the card as is. I think I got it for $29. A Len Dawson patch, 3 colors to 10. Out of 07. I'm pretty much down 10 days of the week. So, part of it is me being upset with myself for not seeing that. But again, you don't see that shit. That's, again, some of that stuff I've talked about. If you've listened at all, it's stuff that if you do not jump on it within the first 2 weeks of the product coming out, you're going to wait a while. Like, again, with some of the black out of the tops that are coming out now, tops 2020, baby. That's where it's at. 2 turntables and a microphone. You want to jump on that stuff if you're a diehard either team or player collector right away. That's my theory. That's my opinion. If you don't do it, I'm not going to make a judgment against you. But I always learned that with Josh Johnson. When the stuff came out, I needed to strike while the iron was hot, while people were ripping, while everything was getting ripped. If there's something I really wanted, I needed to get it. If I overpaid, you know what? It didn't matter. You know why? It was in my collection. I didn't have to sit there and worry about it. Now I know JT, he brought up on his podcasty dealy thing today. He's going after a rainbow of Cabrera. I'm striking out on the... He needs a red refractor. But that's one of those things right away. If he collected them right away and was like diehard back then, he may have got it because it was listed. But otherwise, a lot of this stuff, if it's numbered to 5, 10, whatever or less, in 5 to 6 years has passed, that stuff is sitting in somebody's collection. Or if the monsters have come out, like the Trout Super, let's say it was like an 09 Bowman Chrome Red. The Trout Super's out. Yu Darvish had a World Baseball Classic. Let's say that Super's been pulled. I don't know. I'm assuming so, because all that stuff always gets ripped to shit. But you need to jump on a lot of that stuff. You might pay $15 or more. If it's a super rare card, you may pay $50. If you want it bad enough, you'll make the necessary adjustments in your collecting habits to try to get that. Does that mean selling off other pieces of your collection to fund this purchase? Maybe. Does it mean not buying whatever wax or whatever other stuff for the month? Maybe. If you want something bad enough, you will do what it takes to acquire said card or memorabilia piece or whatever. Because if, like, let's say because I think Heritage comes out end of this week. It's Sunday the 23rd now. It'll come out Friday-ish. And then I think, I don't know if Series 2 wouldn't come out yet. I think Bowman would come out in April or early May. So then you're talking another cycle of cards and whatever Panini drops for their nonsense. So you'll have how many cards already passing the Topps dropping. Okay, Topps is hot, Topps is on. Now Topps has been out for a couple weeks. It's not clogging up everybody's feed, so everybody can come back and make videos and feel refreshed and reinvigorated. But then you have Heritage, and then you'll have like Archives, and then everything comes out. You need to get what you want. If there's something you desperately want, right now. So there's my soapbox. That's a soapbox of advice. A soapbox that's opinion-based. Back to the cards. Nice Jerome Bettis, right? It's the rare refractor. Even on the back, it's got the atomic. It's on the bottom. This is the gold refractor, but that's a mislabeled flip. These aren't atomic. It's just a gold, or it should say rare refractor. Because it's not atomic. It wasn't part of the Bowman's Best set, and it wasn't part of the Stadium Club insert set for like the Bowman's Best previews. Finest doesn't have atomic. Finest has, maybe they do now, but again, back then they didn't. It was, you had regular refractors, you had the silver refractor, you had a silver embossed. I should have to dig out my Kerry Collins and see. But there's no atomics in there at all, so they fucked up. Shocking, I know. And I got this one. I know, Michael, I think you were doing this set. I don't even know where you're at with it. I think you need some of the big guns. I got one of the big guns myself. 03 Upper Deck Ultimate. $29.99, as you see there clearly on the card. Now we get to it's been stagnant for so long. Pujols 3-color. Probably from the bat that the Cardinal sits on the hat. And then Ichiro, part of the Silvery Delight. That's on the team bag. I just put that one there. So that's a nice one. Nice to get. I'll start seeing a little more of some of that stuff. I was thinking, oh, it's the end. I got one more stack, friends. A couple other cards I was happy to get. out of 01 Leaf Limited, which was a patch. It's not, but I got it for a hell of a deal. Joey and I think talked about Mr. Namath in one of our last phone conversations. BertCat8, go check him out. So happy to get that. I love Fabric of the Game. If you watched any of my videos, I'm a big fan of that particular one up until about 2012-ish, 13, somewhere in there. And starts getting away from what I enjoy. And then won this for, I thought, a decent price too. I know the jersey stuff of these old timers go, the T206 generation or the pre-war guys. The actual game-worn stuff goes for a lot more than bat pieces, but if you're going to start somewhere, you might as well start with Tyrus the Virus. And no, I did not pay that obscene price on there. Numbered 100, I'll give you the back first. Out of, I think, 03 Classics. God, I can't see this shit. Yeah, 03 Donruss. And then Timeless Treasures, my apologies. Nice little bat chunk there. So happy to get that. I'm trying to do a little more baseball before the season, but once again, that's the thing. You should have baseball in November and December, maybe December and January. Because again, once pitchers and catchers report, people start getting excited for it. I haven't paid stupid prices on any of that stuff, to my either A, knowledge, or B, opinion. So, to get some of that stuff, I'm happy. Really happy with it. And now the second stack of excitement. Just got a bunch of this stuff in over the past, let's say, week. Some of the stuff you guys might like. A lot of Insert Revolution stuff. Denny. Between the Pipes Dominator. Dominic Hasek. Not numbered either, which I thought it would be. In that realm, in that year of Donruss making everything fucking numbered, and they didn't. 95, and I remember those were tough as hell to pull. I want to say one every few boxes, but super happy with that. The back card of it. It's a game worn from the NBA Finals of 01-02 Ron Harper jersey. The Topps champions and contenders. Should be contenders and champions, but read on the back there. So that's pretty cool. I liked Ron Harper. He had a very solid career. Number to 10,000. A Sergei Fedorov Donruss Elite. That, I won't say etching, but it's more of a foil board without the foil shimmer. International Stars. Jaromir Jagr insert. Again, I like how it actually has a picture of him on the back. That is different than the picture on the front, because believe it or not, Panini, Topps, everyone, you can get more than one picture of a player. It's amazing, I know. Got this cheap. I remember her from, what's the show? Roseanne. Laurie Metcalf. The Big Bang Theory. And that was, again, cheap, like $8 on one of the groups. This one, I was beyond stoked. I said, what the hell's that? Who cares? George Brett. I want to say last year, 95, Upper Deck, obviously. But it's the Electric Gold parallel. Electric Diamond Gold. Which are, I believe, one per box. So you figure it's 540 whatever cards in a fucking box. Or in the set, apologies. You figure that's got to be a lot of packs to get that particular card. That's why in the 90s insert group on Facebook, a lot of people will say, well, this isn't really a rare insert. Well, you start actually doing the mathematical odds of pulling a particular card. It's very rare, because if you get 36 packs a box, 500, let's say 550, that's what, 20,000-ish packs you'd have to open to hope to get your one player or one card. So, and then this one I'll try to get in the light. Team Tomorrow A-Rod, which, Doofix, how I love thee. Not just in the last few years. This is Insert Revolution from decades ago. Stuff that in 96 I couldn't afford. This is probably a $30 card. $40. Might have to go back and look, but like I think a Chipper Jones. This is one of the sets I want to try to complete. I might have Jeter too, I don't know. But love it. The Doofix, and then the Doofix sort of shines off the body differently. It's just perfect. It's not that hard, people. Do that right. Actually put odds on a box. Everybody's happy. And then you actually have scarcity. You don't have assumed scarcity. Another one from that group, 1960 Topps Football. A checklist card. Got the little thing in the back too still. Card number 21. PSA 8. The Chicago Bears. Again, I'm not Mr. Vintage by any stretch of the imagination, but when cards like this are available for like $10, $11, I can't pass them up. JD Martinez, Topps Update rookie. Stadium Club 2000, the 3x3 Luminous. Now there's 3 different variations of this. One's this version, this is the plain one. I think they're about 1 in 12. The Refractor, I think, might have been 1 in 48. Atomic might have been 1 in 96 or 1 in 144. So, I always like adding a Frank Thomas to my collection. 94 SP Marshall Falk die cut rookie. I got this because it was $2. McCaffrey, but it's one of the dumb variations where his name's crossed out in green. So that's an SP of some sort. I don't know, whatever. Tatis Topps Fire. Always looking to add Tatis, even if it's stuff like that. Picked this one up right after he's traded, so it went for a little more than I'd like, but Matt Liberator. For now, the Cardinals. Hoping I didn't show these. If I did, too bad. You can see them again. Bad Luck Fale. Seems like I did show these. Bet you I did. If I didn't, I'm going to run through them quick. There's an Anthony Miller, a Tyreek Hill. I think I did because this is Ilke, Gugugu, and Ruby. That's I don't remember. I should have watched that other video. I knew some of the stuff I got. A nice Juan Marshall. It seems like I showed this shit off though to you guys. Denny Santana Blue Wave and a Riggins to 10. I said something about this. There's a Wentz, purple, a DJ Moore, 30, I think, 35. Austin Hooper, immaculate, or impeccable, my apologies, to 25, the hollow. And then a Gem 10, UD Victory. See, we're starting video number 2 now. Yes. And then, so the main ones on this excitement, Jim Bottomley, game used bat for the St. Louis Cardinals. He was inducted in '74 to the Hall of Fame. One of my favorite pitchers, and he's always criminally, to me, underrated, just because he pitched with so many other big players. Roy Oswalt, patch auto, 2004 SP game used, one of my favorite baseball sets of all time. Auto was sort of streaky, but I think it was $8 on eBay. So it wasn't like, oh my god, it's in a niche Facebook group. You think I should show these two of the last three before the last one. But the last one's patch is just fucking filthy. And I've got the little black tape still in these next two, so I just don't want them to come up because they're biggies to me. 50 MLB Masters 3-color patch. A 3-color dual patch, I should say. Ichiro. Now you know what I meant by picking up a vein of Ichiro stuff. I don't know, I've just been wanting to get to Seattle and some of his early stuff that I knew just was unobtainable back in 2004-05. 33 of 50. It looks like an All-Star Game patch, but it doesn't say anything on the back about it being it. But I don't know if the Diamondbacks held the All-Star Game that year, because it looks sort of like a Diamondback themed color, so I'll have to do a little research. I know it says All-Star Patches as the patch on the card, but and the last one, you see him, the Bulldog. I don't know what this patch is from. I'm gonna have to again do some fun checking everything out. I'm gonna have to take a sabbatical and do a little soul searching, talk to some of my inner circle. So it's World Series, and 98, is that them against, I thought it was the Padres against the Yankees in 98, so I don't know. But, because it looks like that, because of the logo, the Killebrew logo. I don't know. Because Braves weren't useful in the 80s, and I know he was in Chicago up until, like 93, so. Super happy, though. This was under $30 on eBay. So, again, instead of looking for the same stuff on eBay, you can look for stuff like that and be super happy. So, again, hope you all enjoyed. Little mail. Have more coming in. Shockingly, PayPal's fixed. So, again, I'm selling. If you want something, let me know. If you're selling stuff like this stuff, let me know. I wish people would. It'd be nice, but I guess I'll go through eBay, get prices, and give the fucking people that everybody hates. Probstein, PWCC. Who else? Big money consigners. Evolution Sports. Give them the money. They got the stuff I want, and they want to sell it, so. Hope you enjoyed it, folks. Topps 2020. Modern Cards Forever. Essay.